Well, everyone, I went ahead and bought the iPad 8th generation. We're going to go ahead and compare it. Well, we're going to unbox it first. Now, I've owned, I think, pretty much all the iPads, including the, lowest end, and these are really interesting because these are the cheapest iPads that you can buy brand new. I would still probably recommend going to the used market and picking up like a used iPad Air 3 or something, but for a brand new device, it doesn't really get much better than this in terms of an iPad. So from what I've seen in a couple of videos, they don't have a pull tab, so I will have to bring out a knife. And this plastic has always been killer. For some reason, I don't know why they didn't have a pull tab this year. I've owned a lot of iPads and I thought they usually came with things. Now busting it out of its box, as you can see, I'll go ahead and kind of slide it out, and this unboxing experience hasn't really been too great, if I'm being honest. And as soon as we take off the top, you can see we do have the iPad, which was upside down. I wasn't expecting that. Now you do have a pull tab on the iPad itself, which is really interesting because the box didn't have one. So let's go ahead and peel this bad boy off. And then this thing just slides off right here. And then we have the good old trusty iPad right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and boot this up and put it to the side temporarily, and then I'll go ahead and go through the rest of the box. So as you can see, it charges up. Now I did get the rose gold color. I like this color a lot. I've owned a lot of black iPads, and that's the first time I dropped. Now in the rest of the boxes, you can see you have this, standard documentation in here. This actually does come with a charging cord. I didn't think it was going to come with one, or at least the power brick, because they said the Apple Watches weren't coming with it. And inside of it, you have that standard documentation. Nobody really cares about it. And then you do have that lightning cord, the USB-C to lightning, as well as the fast charging brick, which is really cool. And that's it. No earpods, no nothing like that, which I don't know if AirPods came with. And as you can see, that's really all that's within the box itself. Now, with the iPad itself, kind of looking around, first of all, it is that 10.2-inch display, which is really nice. And the majority of the changes are internal. A lot of the new changes that have happened, as you can see, iPadOS 14 looks really different. A lot of the changes that have happened have been internal. This is pretty much the same layout that we had on previous iPads, at least the 7th generation, and it still looks great. The display is exactly the same as far as I can tell. I do like iPadOS 14 though. It looks more like macOS, which is really nice. Now, kind of continuing on through the setup, I'm pretty sure it still has Touch ID 1, maybe it has Touch ID 2, I'm not really too sure, but unlike the iPad Air 4 that has a Touch ID on the power button, this one does not have it. It still has it on the home button, which is perfectly fine. I'm perfectly okay with it. And now we are on the main screen. Now, as you can see, the iPad still looks great. There's really no problems with it. Swiping down from the top, you can see we do have the brightness stuff over here, which is really cool. We now have the ability to increase the brightness on our iPads. Now on the top, you can see we have the power button right there, lightning port at the bottom, and on the back, that rose gold color, like I stated, and that single camera setup. Now, me personally, after messing with this iPad for like 2 minutes, I can already tell you, for the price that you're paying for it, you're definitely not paying for like the best looking screen. I think it looks great. I'm looking at it at a very bad angle and it still looks fine, but you're paying for the build quality. There's not that many tablets out in the market right now that you can buy that feel as premium as this, okay? I'm going to even say laptops, for example. There's a lot of laptops out there that are built completely out of plastic, and for the $329 Windows laptops and Chromebooks, they don't match the same build quality as this thing. This thing still feels like a MacBook, don't get it twisted. And those are, roughly around $1,000. This thing is $329 and still feels extremely premium, and that's something that's very underrated. Now, speed-wise, I mean, you're going to get pretty good speeds on this thing. This thing has the A12 Bionic chip inside of it, which is a very, very good chipset. Don't get me wrong. That is a very good chipset. You can do a lot with it, which is something I'm really happy about. Now, it's not the A13 Bionic or the A14 that just came out, but still a very good chipset for sure. You're getting all those cool little features. And I think the one demographic that Apple is really taking this iPad to is probably students. And I can definitely tell you, if you're sitting there in class and you're typing notes or something, I can see this being a very good, note-taking device. Now, for the students out there, I mean, I don't have the biggest hands, but even for my hands, it's like a pretty good size. I mean, I can type exactly what I want to. Now it's going to be really bad because I'm at an angle. Hey, everyone, I like you a lot. Thanks so much for watching. Now, this is a really bad example because I wasn't at an angle, but you can see that. I mean, it's a really big size display. And like I said, I think this is the number one thing. People are going to play games and it's going to be fine for games. You have 3 gigs of RAM, you have that A12 Fusion chip. But as a student, I think this is going to be really cool. You can still do the split screen multitasking. You can do a lot that you want to. And I think that's something that's really, really important. If you're a student out there, my initial impressions are basically, the iPad 7th generation is a great iPad for you. But this is just taking it to the next level. It's adding, more power to you. And I think that's something that's really, really important. So I'm really happy with it. Of course, this is my first unboxing, and I can definitely tell you it's going to be a great experience probably. And I just came off reviewing the 7th Gen 2, and that was a tremendous iPad. So for $329 for this build quality, for this performance, longevity, and support and everything, I think it's probably going to be an A+ iPad in my opinion. I'm not even just trying to overhype it, but I think it's going to be a really good iPad for sure. But I'll have a ton of comparisons coming out for this iPad and a ton of other iPads against this one, as well as, a ton of other videos and my full review eventually. So that's really pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. It's going to be so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.